Okay, today is December 3rd, 2020. My name is Tina Dodds. I'm here with Karen Bakiran and our spirit guides, Jesus and Mary Magdalene. We're doing a spiritual health check and Q&A for Anne. So just let me know when we're connected with Anne.
Yes, we have her.
Very good. So do we have permission from Anne's higher self to proceed today?
Yes.
Very good. So we're going to start by scanning her outer etheric field, checking all the frequencies from infrared to ultraviolet and beyond.
Yes, I could see what she's talking about. It's really hard to see in this field. There's a lot what looks like fog or smoke or just things that are clouding this area.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just tuning in. Protection-wise feels very thin, so we're just going to enforce this protection around her in the outer etheric. So we're going to create a dome bubble around her just to make sure that she's safe and protected here. Yes, the smoke that's around her, it feels like this has come with her from different lives. So it feels like old remnants because like as I tune into them, I'm seeing like, yeah, different lifetimes in this. So like energies from that have been created from these specific scenarios or instances. Like I'm seeing one, for example, like an old, yeah, like she's like on a horse or something. She's masculine, but it's like as if she's riding on a horse. She has like a sword going into battle. So it looks like, um, trauma or energy from that lifetime has kind of come up in smoke, if you will. So that's why there's like a lot of this. So she's had a lot of lifetimes. I'm seeing like there's yeah, I'm just seeing like a reel of different things, like where she's on the beach with family, and then I'm looking over there and she's like this woman like in what's it called? Yeah, like she's on a mountain, like she's a jungle woman. Like there's a lot of things going on. Like she has had very different lives everywhere.
So she's had many, many lives on Earth.
Yes, many lives on Earth.
Okay.
So these things are just kind of clouding the area. So I feel like, it could feel like she's not connected, but it's because there's just all these things going on and it's just kind of stuck. So it is showing me as smoke and as fog,
Okay.
so that she can't have that kind of clarity. These old memories are kind of stagnant and in her way. So we're going to release these because she doesn't need them presently.
Was this something she specifically brought into this life, or did this just happen to follow her?
Sometimes it's just this just happens. Sometimes the soul essence, like when it comes in, it kind of like takes a little bit with it. And then sometimes like whatever happens in this lifetime, it's like the memory or the parallel memory of it comes up and it awakens. So I'm not saying she's on a horse with a sword here in this life, but something maybe similar where she felt like she needed some kind of that kind of personality, like that protector or warrior or whatever it is. Because I'm seeing I'm seeing a lot of family life, wilderness, tent, like camping, uh, beaches. Yeah, like really fun family memories here in a distance. Like this is all like mostly on my right side. And then on this side, it's more of the rough stuff that she's experienced. So here it's like, yeah, in war, here like up on this mountain, but I feel like she's kind of hiding. What else is it showing? Yeah, there's a couple of things like war stuff or even the wife of a soldier. Like there's a lot of things that are rough here. So there's a balance in here that are just taking up space. So like I said, we're just going to remove them, remove these memories. She doesn't need them. I'm actually going to ask our guides to give her what can serve her from these memories. So to integrate these within her, like to awaken them so that she feels that empowerment and that love, especially from the family side here.
Beautiful.
Which they can do no problem because they do belong to her, essentially. It's just that the stuff that doesn't belong, like that she doesn't need or doesn't serve her highest good, we can remove that. So we are enforcing that bubble, protective bubble around her. I've cleared out a lot of this density. Looking now around, yes, she has been operated by these what look like level 1s and 2s of dark force entities that are just around. So they're really like trying to control this situation by not enabling her to connect or feel connected. They want that disconnect. So we are removing them out of the way because she doesn't need them. She can be sovereign on her own and make choices and have her right to connect. I am seeing the willingness, the higher self is present and really excited for this.
Good.
Yeah, I'm seeing just like finally, like, let's just get this out of the way. Like it's helping me fan out all of the stuff, So we're just kind of fanning everything away. We have Mary Magdalene too. She's here. She's clearing out the space. We're just holding space for her, and to be able to breathe into this area, this new area that it belongs to her now. Just this physical. She has to get into that empowering place. I felt like she felt very disempowered for a long time. A lot of confusion here as to why it's been difficult. So yes, brightening it up for her, giving her that new sense of a new chapter, a new day.
Beautiful. I love that. So it should be a lot easier for her now to connect.
Yes, they are here, and yes, there is this what looks like a queen type guide present.
Okay. Does she have a message to share?
Yeah, she's just saying welcome. I'm glad that we can meet, or what feels like a first meeting because you haven't been able to see her.
Does she have a name?
It's not clear to me. It starts with an S, or hold on. Yeah, I don't know why I'm getting that. It kind of sounds like seraphim, but it's not that. It's close though.
Okay. Maybe it'll be more clear later.
Yeah. But yeah, she's just opening up her arms and welcoming you into, taking this step forward and taking control, your power and control back, whatever that is. And yeah, she's just really excited. I love these guides because they always show that excitement. They just, because they've been trying so hard to connect for so long, but it's like, it's not your fault that you had all these things in the way. You had no idea. So it's like now that it's clear, they're really stepping like forward.
I'm wondering if the higher self or the guides have any insight into the vision she saw of the guides with the burlap sacks on their heads in her session.
Those are type of what's it called? These were placed there by these DFEs.
Okay.
It's kind of like because they don't want you to connect. So they're going to show you something that you will think is something, but it is not any of that because they really don't want you to connect. That is like their goal. The goal of that and the reasons for that is because they know the power that you have within yourself. They know your connection and your and it's and the abilities of that and how much you can create just by being who you are, and that is a threat to the dark side. That's just simply put. But they have been removed. I mean, at least from the outer part. We have not looked closer into you, but just to know that at least those things that have been trying to keep this fog in place have been removed.
Okay. What about she also saw in that same scene, she saw the dog, her daughter's dog with her. What was the significance of that?
He is a protector and a jumper, a quantum jumper.
Mm.
So he felt kind of like a distress signal. So I mean, these dogs are very, very connected.
Mm-hmm.
So because you're a loved one, and there is a connection there, he took it upon himself to just come in and be as if a guard. So they have the ability to do that.
Very cool. Okay. So he sensed that she was being presented with these false guides and quantum jumped in to be her protector.
Yes, and in this way, what I'm also understanding is that this dog is kind of, because it was an unusual thing for you to see, like, why would this dog come, like, why? But it's kind of like a way for you to stay grounded because this dog is from here. So it's like to not get so caught up in what you were seeing because it was false. Like what this dog is bringing you back into your body. Like, don't go there, stay here.
Okay. And because he was something she was familiar with and
yes,
like actually alive on the earth plane right now and could help to anchor her in.
Exactly.
Okay. Very good. All right. So should we finish answering her questions or should we move on to finish the clearing?
No, I feel like we should continue with the clearing so that way she can get settled into these new energies, and that way I feel like she will start to be more comfortable. Like I'm feeling the tenseness of the body, so it's just like, let's bring her down.
Okay.
A little bit.
Okay, good. So we'll move on to checking her grounding. How is her grounding?
Her grounding is, yes, it's in between the 40s and 50s. So we're going to bring that to 100%. Was affected by the DFEs, but there are other ones that are attached.
Okay.
I'm seeing that there are other ones, because the ones that we had addressed were from the outer.
Oh, okay. So how is her sovereignty? She does have negative.
Yes, she does. They are there influencing the field as well, also causing, disruption and disconnect within herself.
How many are there?
There are, there's a level 2 and 2 level 1s here.
Okay.
So I've asked Archangel Michael to come and to remove this level 2. We're removing the level 1s. Okay. So we're just going to send healing where they were present. Level 1s, I feel, were very much so in the front side of her. Level 2 was in the back because they like to do things like in the blind spots. They're really sneaky like that. Mm-hmm. So they have been removed, and we've sent healing to where they had made themselves comfortable.
Were these affecting her health in any way?
Well, definitely keeping her on like a stagnant. It feels like she's just been stagnant. So in need of progressing forward, and also feeding her doubt about what she's doing too.
Okay.
So to enforce like that doubt so that she doesn't feel like it's good enough. But the thing is that she does know. She does have that knowing. She goes. I think she needs to learn how to trust that. Yeah, higher self is saying, please trust your feeling. Trust that you know what you're doing. You know what your body needs, and yes, to be able to create or to strengthen the relationship within herself and her body, and to know that her body has been really keeping her yeah, there's this part, perhaps a subconscious part of her that feels like the body is deceiving her, but the body is actually doing its best. It's just trying to get you guys all aligned together so that you can get into the pathway of healing yourself.
And how does she continue to heal from her health issues like diabetes?
The thing that is coming up, because like again, like these DFEs were playing into her for a very long time. I feel like they've been there for a while. So it's like they do like these background programming. So it's like they're also feeding, you know, like when you're feeding your body good things, they're feeding your body equally something not good. So in a vibration form.
Mm.
So therefore it's kind of like counteracting the good stuff that you're giving yourself, putting in, you know, that doubt, putting in whatever it is that they feel is counteracting these, you know, foods that you're feeding yourself. You have to feel good about what you're eating, not to feel any guilt or anything like that, to just be happy with what you're feeding yourself and give yourself that vibration. So now that we've removed these DFEs, you are able to feel good about what you're doing for yourself. Say like, I'm doing this for me. I'm going to work with my body to heal ourselves, because we have the ability to do so, and to be able to listen to it, listen to its needs, listen to all of that. Again, they've been keeping your vibration stagnant and low, which is why they developed that routine about the sleep. Keeping you up, keeping you so that you're tired or that you don't feel productive. Like they're making you beat yourself up for feeling things to keep you in a low vibration. So they've been interplaying in that. And for you to know that as you're coming into these new energies without them being present, it is going to be a deprogramming of that. So if it does happen that you're waking up again at 2:00 in the morning, it's really to just be in a state of acceptance, and that it's okay. I accept the process, and that I am going into a place of health. I'm going into a place of, again, accepting what is, and that you have to give yourself that time of healing to take place now that they are not there, because they were purposely doing this to you. So it is kind of like a conditioning now. So now that they are removed, there's a process now to
so the body is
back.
Conditioned to wake up now.
Yes.
And now that they're gone, it's going to take some time to deprogram the body. Like
Yes.
as the new energies come in, the body will naturally reprogram itself, but it might take some time to notice better sleep and not waking up at night.
Her role is in holding space for this body to come into back to its health, and to hold space for it while it does that, and to not question the process, or it's just allow it to happen naturally. So it's just understanding that it has its own process. It is, you know, it's a different entity on its own. Mm-hmm. The body, it's completely different operation.
So the body just takes longer to integrate the new energies.
Correct.
Okay.
So even though your consciousness can be, you know, there and understanding, just have the compassion for the body to come and, you know, because it's it's slow. Bodies are always slow, so it's going to catch up with you. Mm-hmm. And just hold space for it while it's doing that. It's doing its best. I see that it's just like, please tell her I'm doing my best. I really want us to heal together. Like there's a willingness there, and it's just wants you to meet it there, like eye to eye. and to be encouraging with it, to be encouraging with yourself that, you know what, I did take the proper steps for my health, and and have a relationship as you're eating. If you don't already, it's just continue that, like, see and imagine that the nutrients that you're giving yourself are nourishing you, that the cells are alive and are grateful for this connection that you're giving it, feeding it things that are alive, so that it can give you vitality. And so that's a process as well, to come into different habits. And yes, so I am seeing, like, please have tons of compassion and patience. Patience is a big one here.
Well, while we're here with the body, I'm wondering if there's any insight into why Anne has diabetes for her whole lifetime now. What is the root cause of that?
There is stored trauma within there, that is also of this lifetime, but also of others.
In the pancreas?
Yeah, that have stored within, like, some parts of her organs.
Yeah.
I'm just tuning in here. Yeah, there's densities present here, that have not been given, like, the opportunity for this organ to function at its 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So we are just giving, yes, her healing team now is present. I'm just going to go in just psychically to remove this. So if you just give me a moment. Yes, there's a level 1 here.
Is this from this life or a past life?
Past.
Past.
Yes.
Has it been following her through lives?
Yes. I feel like in other other lifetimes have also shown health issues. This is the lifetime where she is going to empower herself and heal herself.
Yes.
I'm feeling that.
Okay. So was there a contract with this entity, or was this an infringement?
It's weird. I'm trying to understand it. Like, it was like type of an infringement, but then it developed into a contract. So yes, because it was accepted later on that this infringement was going to teach her something.
Okay. And what is she supposed to learn from it?
It is like another, again, stressing the empowerment, the self-empowerment, and to reclaim that power within herself. So this thing is, we've removed it and we've sent it off, but it's the contract between that is really for her to come back into herself and to really settle into the energies of that she is powerful enough to heal herself naturally.
Okay. Are you ready to burn this contract, Anne?
Yes.
So we're going to rescind that contract and burn it.
Yes, we have brought this. We have sent it gratitude for what it needed to show, but we are sending it to sanctuary as well. Yes, I'm just within the organ and just kind of holding the organ in place and just sending a lot of love, light, and compassion here. Because it did take up a lot of space. So also, again, time and developing that relationship with the body to be able to heal itself, in with the food as well, and whenever she can get a moment to come inward, and either through meditation or just being conscious of this present moment is healing. I'm seeing it doesn't take very much for her to do that, because just that acknowledgement alone of being in the body and present altogether is enough. They just need that type of unison and oneness together.
Can you find forgiveness, Anne, for yourself and for this entity for creating this contract?
Yes, I can.
Okay, very good. That in itself will clear out this contract and help to keep clearing out that cellular memory in the pancreas.
Yes, we're just allowing the light now to run through it. So we're just allowing that. So we're just putting it back in now. Okay.
Okay. That is complete.
Yes, it's going to continue to be working. The light is just kind of flushing its way through, just to ensure that there's no energies that are in place or that are going to stay behind.
And her healing team is there to assist with that as well?
Yes.
Okay. So has Anne learned the lesson of self-empowerment?
She is on her way. It's just she had a lot of things in the way for her to get to this. So for her now to really believe in that, I think, these infringements had caused that skeptic in her of like, okay, what's going on? Like, she knows she's connected, but it's like there's something that was preventing her from going the whole way through. So of course it causes that skepticism that like, okay, I must be doing something wrong, or there's like, what am I not doing right? No, she has all the tools within her. The connection is present, like she was saying before, she was able to hear these insights, and she's like, okay, that sounds, maybe it's not me. So she is connected. It's going to be stronger now. It's just, the thing is like, don't allow your conscious mind to get into the way to be like, okay, let's listen. It doesn't work like that. It's just allow it to come to you naturally, because once you have, you throw these rocks in the river, you're preventing the flow. So it's just like, just allow the flow to come, and the information will just come to you. It'll be very effortless.
Okay, very good. So now that she is on her way to really learning that lesson of self-empowerment, will the diabetes fade over time? Will it start to get better?
With food, with her relationship with herself, there's a lot of steps that need to come together that she's already doing, but now for her to really feel it and to believe in its power. Okay. To know that she can really connect within herself, ask her body what it needs. She can, it's again a relationship that she needs to develop, like really create that bond inside to work together. Yes.
And
so
to believe in herself that she can heal it.
Absolutely. Okay. She needs that belief to really stick to it, and to know that what she's doing is more than enough. She has to feel good about what she's doing for herself too. Not question it, not do it. It's really very present with what you're doing. So it's like, is this apple good for me? Yes, I'm going to eat it. It's feeding me. It's amazing. I love it. It's simple as that. It's just like, do I want to eat that burger? But if you feel guilty about what you're eating, then it's more beyond what you are putting into your body. It's more the guilt that you're putting in that's more damaging than what you're feeding at this point. Yeah. So think about it in vibration. Yes, you don't want to eat meat. I know you understand you're vegan. So, but it's like, you have to feel good about everything that you're doing for yourself. Yeah. So make that a standard. Don't second guess it. You're going to feel it. Like, yes, I want to eat that. Yes, I know it's going to be good for me. Simple. So the moment you feed your guilt, it's like that's more damaging. So just to be self-aware of that. It's not like that's also a process. It's things, but again, it comes with the territory of coming into yourself and developing that strong relationship, even with your ego, your inner child, like all the aspects of yourself coming together and making a solid foundation as one. So it's a learning curve. So be kind with yourself. Be very gentle.
Okay, very good. So we're going to move on now and check the inner etheric field. Make sure that's bright and clear.
Yeah, they've done a number here for her. Like it's really foggy. So again, why she's not feeling the full connection the whole way. So we are clearing this up. Mary is present, and she's clearing it up with her cleaning products, sprucing it up. Lemon. It's all bright, beautiful, and we're enforcing again this field to your inner etheric. So we're also going to do the exact same thing that we did with the outer etheric, putting like a dome bubble around you to ensure your protection. So really your role now after the session is over is to maintain this protection. Just ask for it. Just say, ask your teams to create your invisibility cloak or to strengthen your bubbles, and so that nothing can infringe upon you.
Mm-hmm. Also checking the inner etheric field for any implants or devices.
There were devices placed here by these DFEs also causing the disconnect inside, and also having like that the issues like with the health. So again, like it's done like a number of things within the body that had caused again a disconnect. I keep stressing disconnect because that's all I see. It's like as if wires connecting yourself have been cut and kind of rewired somewhere else, like to where they are in control of it. So we are taking this control back, getting rid of all these devices and things that you don't need them anymore. They really see how powerful you are. So just to hold that knowing. So we are bringing all your wires back together and healing them all so that you come back fully and as yourself in one piece.
Beautiful. Thank you. Also checking the inner etheric for any curses.
Distant ones. Again, she's had many lifetimes. So these are like, I feel they're very distant, but they're still present. So we're just going to remove that. It's just an added density that she doesn't need.
Okay. Any hexes?
No.
Witchcraft?
Old, which we are removing. And healing. Okay.
Occult ritual activity?
This, no, I'm not getting anything there.
Mm-hmm. Any negative cords?
They feel old again too. I'm seeing that there was maybe a few players in this life, but they've kind of run its course. Like it's not really affecting her, but the cords are present, so we can just cut them and send healing.
So they're like lessons already complete.
Yes.
Okay. But there's no like negative cords to dark force entities or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Very good. So those cords are transmuted now?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. So we're going to move on to the chakras now. Starting at the crown. How does her crown look?
Yes, the crown just needs some. It feels like they have put like a block here, like a ceiling type thing. So we are going to remove this ceiling type thing so that we can give you the connection back, your rightful connection. Opening that up and optimizing this area, just seeing that the source light is coming in and there's nothing sneaky in the way. They had placed like a couple of weird things here, like I'm seeing a mesh and seeing like, it looks really like they really, really, really wanted to disconnect you. It's really crazy how they're trying in so many ways, but at the same time, it's so fascinating because you're still able to connect, So to see how powerful you are, that's what they're stressing, that, and this is where the queen's stepping up. She's like, yes, of course. How could she be disconnected? You can't disconnect.
Not fully.
No, not
they
fully.
just put
They
obstacles
can't.
in the way. Yeah.
Yeah, they cannot because, we are so resilient. So I'm just removing all this stuff. It's just in the way. Okay, so that is clear. I'm seeing the light coming in. It's very nice now. Third eye also trying. Like I'm putting myself here in this vision, and I can see, like, let's say my bedroom, but they're adding things here that should not be there. So they're distorting your vision. So I understand perhaps why, they're showing me the keyboard. So I think that's it. Like they're trying. They're giving you like that no clarity. So we're just removing this, really clearing it out, giving you the confidence to believe in yourself, like you're not crazy. Okay. Mm-hmm. So we're just removing that and opening it up. Optimizing, giving you your right to sight. Throat feels pretty good. Just a little bit dense here and there, but nothing that's holding her back. I feel there is like, there's just always little work to do here in the throat area, but I feel like this is not an issue for you. Heart space also just a little bit closed up, but I think it's because of that doubt. Again, they've put this doubt here in the way. And because of that disconnect, it's like but you take it out on yourself as if there's something wrong with you. So we're removing this. You don't need this protection anymore because it's your right. Again, like I keep hearing, it's her right to be free from all of this.
Right.
She does not have to believe these lies or, to doubt her connection. Her connection is very present. Very loving energy.
It must be very present if they've tried all of these different things too.
Yes. Yes, and that's the whole point too, is to show you how much they've been trying.
Right.
And you're so they can't the whole way. Perhaps you might feel like, that discouragement, but you still are able to connect in maybe minimal ways, but it's still there. Right. Yes, the heart is very large and very beautiful. So we're just allowing that to take hold and to take space. I feel like it's been so constricted. So now it's like, please take some space now. You're allowed to take space to go wherever the hell you want. Like take up this room, take up this whole world. To not be afraid of that. Not to hold back. I feel like they've been holding you in this confined space for so long, and now it's like this heart is just like that big elephant in the room, but it's like it's just taking up space now. It's just like unfolding, like when you open up something in a really constricted box and it's just way larger than what the box is. That's what it is. It's just taking up all this space, and it's lovely to be in. Solar plexus too, again, coming into the power, which will take time. So we're taking out the densities that aren't serving, but this is a lesson for herself in order for her to come into her full power and acceptance of her power, her not being so small anymore. She's not this constricted box. I'm seeing like this box, and it's a joke. It's just like, you're so not this small, you're so much bigger, like way bigger. So giving her that confidence to feel that and to accept that. There's like going to be a lot of playing into acceptance, surrender and acceptance.
Okay.
Solar plexus, a little bit of work. Again, coming into the self-confidence. Sacral, coming into that space of acceptance and confidence, and also the root too, because they were like occupants that weren't paying rent, so they really like screwed up this foundation. So we're going to bring her back in, opening up those roots and just letting her anchor herself into this space. So we're going to send the light back in from the crown down, just to make sure that everything is running smoothly and we didn't miss anything. No contraptions or funny devices that are hidden here. I'm not sensing anything. Again, I'm feeling a little bit of the block in the throat, but allowing that light to come in, safe to say what you need. But again, I don't feel that issue here in expression, but sometimes it may come up. I think it's more so in how you speak to yourself.
So self-talk.
Yeah, self-talk. So we are just easing this to know it's not your fault. Nothing. You can take power and responsibility for yourself now, fully, now that it's clear. So all the light is coming in now and down, going into the legs and into the feet, and opening up the soles. So the roots are opening very strong, making a reconnection here to the earth and anchoring here. That's good.
Very good. Okay. So switching out the frequency now and checking for any interdimensional parasites, which are spirit bugs, just kind of non-malevolent, non-intelligent.
Just a couple of look like moths and flies around the head area, just causing a bit of distraction. So we are removing these. There's nothing else.
Okay. And also checking her being for any portals.
Yeah, stomach area, solar plexus, we are closing and sealing. Really want to disempower you, and also it feels like it has to do with, again, the organs that are in this area too. So this is where these DFEs had come in from. This portal has been open for a long time.
Like lifetimes or just?
Lifetimes.
Lifetimes.
Yes.
Was this created by that DFE that was there, that entity in the pancreas?
I don't feel that it was created by this one. I feel like it goes back, but it did come from this one.
It did or it didn't?
It did come from this one, but didn't create it. This portal has come from somewhere else, like picked up. I'm seeing that it's been picked up, and it just followed you. And then things can come in from here. So this is where it came in from.
Okay, so the entity didn't create it.
It didn't create it. It came from here, but this portal was created somewhere else. Like she picked it up a while back, like before this even happened. So it's a long time.
Okay.
Yes, under the feet as well, which was causing that disconnect. Keeping her a little off the ground. So I'm seeing like what looks like a little bit of tornadoes around that are just keeping her just a little off the ground, disconnecting.
That's why the grounding was low.
Yes. But it was a little bit of everything, like the grounding was off because of that, and the DFEs.
Okay.
So there's nothing else on her. Everything has been closed and sealed.
Very good, thank you. So also checking the home for any portals, please.
There is what I feel is dense energy in here. And then I'm just scanning the home for these portals. And one in the bedroom, and the bedroom that she sleeps in, which we are going to close and seal close to the window. Also another one in the closet, closing and sealing. Living room is clear. Kitchen. There's just energies here. Don't sense any portals. But there is stagnant and slow energy. I feel like as I'm walking through it, I feel like I'm in slow motion. Like this is what I'm going. Yeah. Like it would be really good for like Tai Chi. Yeah, because there's no portals there. I've closed the ones that were in the bedroom. Everything else seems very clear. I'm going on the outside just to make sure there's nothing hanging out here, which is good. But yeah, the home energies are just, there's some parts that are just really slow. It's really interesting because like some is like flowing all right, and then you get to this specific spot and it's so slow, like sloth slow. So I'm feeling like it plays into that that feeling of hers of not feeling productive. I don't feel like I can be productive here. Yeah, like I can't even think because it's really hindering me from even having a thought. So just gonna step out of that. So we are going to clear this out. So Mary and our teams are here, and we are going to remove this. We're just going to give like a beautiful cleanup, which is like Mary's favorite thing to do.
Does she have her machine?
Yeah. She has this machine, so it's like a little brick box, rectangular box, kind of like Ghostbusters if you watch that movie. Is it Ghostbusters? Yeah. And it opens up, but light is coming out, so it's kind of like she holds it so the light can illuminate all the walls, all the floor, the ceiling, the roof, within the electrical sockets, your pipes. It'll get everything. So we're just getting rid of things that are not of service or that do not serve you at all. That gets sucked up into this thing.
So I just want to make sure there are no other entities or earthbounds in the home.
Earthbounds, I am not sensing, and entities, no, if they were present, they've been sucked up by this device. So I do feel though like energetically they did have something to do with this. Like it's like as if they had placed some stop and goes here. So we have removed it. We are just going to check with your devices and like the internet connection, things like that, those kind of frequencies that are coming into your home, sometimes they can be infringed. So we're just clearing this out, just doing a natural like clean out. There were frequencies that were coming in that were a little more aggressive than necessary. So we're just clearing that for you. Devices also, actually there was a little portal here. We're closing that. It was tiny though. So yes, we are clearing out these devices. That is good. Just doing another sweep through. So she's going through. She's very thorough in her clearing. But just the general sense of the home is a lot clearer. I don't feel anything anymore that's in the way. So yeah. So we're creating also again another bubble and dome around your home. Also will be your responsibility to continue this protection over your home. So it's the same thing, same concept of how you protect yourself. You could put that invisibility cloak around your home and to use any materials that you feel are protection for you. I've placed a steel dome on top, so you can use the same or you can use anything else that you feel called to. Also blasting the source light. We're going to keep the source light after Mary is done sweeping this home. And yes, the source light will continue calling in the gatekeepers, your gatekeepers. These gatekeepers too, they're like, they look really cute. They're like little, they look like little dragons, but they're not. They're actually more fierce than that.
Really? What do they look like?
They're 4. There are different colors. There's a red one, a blue one, a green one, and an orange one.
Very interesting. So can they be her personal gatekeepers as well?
Oh yeah, they are.
Okay.
Yes.
So they protect her and the home?
Yeah, they protect her and the home, and they have the same energy as the dog.
Oh.
So I feel like the dog has the same kind of dragon energy, so that's why it came forward, but it was playing in that way for you to recognize it. But it has dragon energy as protection. You're protected by the dragons.
Very cool. Well, she is a queen, right?
Right. So that would make sense. I didn't even put that together, but yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so
everything is good here. The home is clear.
Home is good. Can we check her car, please?
Just doing a sweep through. Yeah, just clearing out again old energy. It feels removing, clearing, and putting this light in here as well.
Very good.
Okay.
Very good. So we're going to zoom back in on Anne now and check her for any earthbound spirits that might be attached.
No, I see a woman, 68, has a motherly energy. I feel like it's a vibrational match, like a companion type energetically.
Mm-hmm. Is she causing her any symptoms in the body and mind?
I feel they're very similar. I feel like if Anne feels something, she's gonna feel it too. So it may feel double at times, or so it's like it's more of like a highlighting. Yeah, exactly.
Intensifying
the
feelings.
Yeah, just bringing it a little more. So yeah, she's very she feels very passionate.
Mm-hmm.
But very loving energy.
Okay. Do you get a sense of how long? Can you ask her how long she's been with Anne?
I'm hearing like 10 years.
Can you ask her why she attached to Anne? What was happening in Anne's life at the time that allowed that? attachment.
I'm feeling it was just like maybe like a bout of maybe loneliness or like a companion, like just a friend, something like that. It was just like a moment of like as if like I'm just looking for someone to talk to.
Okay. So
So
just
it was
like
just
wanting a friend or someone to talk
yeah,
to.
yeah.
Okay.
So this energy had come in because her too, she was in need, she was in search of that too.
Okay.
So we are asking if she is okay with going home.
Is there anything she wants to say to Anne before she goes?
She's saying, she's like, "Oh my God, I knew you were a queen." Like she felt. She's like, "Does that mean I'm a queen too?"
If you want to be.
Yeah. She's just really excited for you. Like, again, it's like a very friendly energy that just is rooting for her best friend to like. I really want you to succeed in life. I really want you to go and be and whatever you want to be. I want you to be happy.
Beautiful.
So I'm feeling that emotion in her, like it's making me feel emotional. It's just that encouragement, like she really loves you, and I really feel that from her. So she's kind of sad that she's setting off now, like, but she's, go ahead.
Could this be anyone that Anne knows?
It's very possible. I'm feeling it. It's a familiar energy, but I'm not putting it together because the energies feel very similar. I guess because they've been together for so long, so I can't really sense into that. I don't feel that. I don't know.
Okay.
That's maybe something Anne can answer for us, but I don't. Again, it's so I'm seeing like it's just really like the same.
Does that energy sound familiar to you, Anne?
It could be. At that time, I was going through a really rough divorce. And his mother died, who I was extremely close to.
Okay, that's maybe it because yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's a very close, like really close. I can't tell your energies apart because of how enmeshed and close you are. So it's like it does feel like a sister type, like not necessarily sister, but like a really close bond.
How old was she when she died? Do you remember?
I don't know, maybe like 80. She had Alzheimer's, and as she declined, I'm the one that really took her to lunch, and we had such a blast. So, she really declined and couldn't do it anymore. So maybe it's her.
Maybe it's her. I felt 68, so I don't know if that was when she started to decline. I'm not sure.
Well, maybe. I don't know. It seems like she had it for 10 years.
Yeah. Because it feels like late 60s to me. Like, yeah, I'm getting 68. It's very specific, so I don't know.
Maybe it's somebody else then.
It could be her. It could be, like, I really don't know how, like, I'm trying, like, understanding how that works. It's like sometimes they can present themselves as how they want to be remembered, too. It really depends on how they want to do it. So it's, if she felt like her best at this age, it could be that she stayed here like that. I don't know. Like, I don't want to give that as a truth, but that's what's coming through.
It's nice to think that.
But she's ready to move on now?
Yeah, she's ready. Like she's feeling like all that just again encouragement and just like I knew you could do it. So she's ready to go now to cross.
Can you find forgiveness for her, Anne, for not knowing better and attaching to you?
Yes.
Can this woman forgive herself for not knowing better and attaching to Anne and taking up space?
Oh, definitely. She's yeah. Her heart is completely open. Again, it's like a mirror of her. I feel like that heart, it's just like expanding. So again, too, like she didn't even realize her expansion, that when we had shown her the pathway to the light, it's like she got out of that box and is opening up now.
Well, I'm happy for her.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Well, we send her on her way, and may the light of Source always be with you. Thank you.
Okay. So she is crossed. And I'm just doing another scan through to make sure there's no other earthbounds. There is like a little dog energy that's close by.
Oh, is her name Belle?
Oh my God, I just heard a bell ring.
Nuh-uh.
I'm
That's so cool.
I'm afraid of all animals, and my kids wanted one at the time, and I was the one to go pick her up. I had to take her home in a gym bag because
She's a little dog.
Yeah, she's a toy poodle.
Yeah, oh my God.
And I still have her little picture. And I used to love to take care of her, but I would not like to touch her. I just thought it was too many germs. And I didn't know if she'd bite me because she couldn't communicate.
Oh,
wow.
no, she's here.
What does she say? Does she have a message?
Oh no, she just wants to say she loves you. Like she's just there. Like,
Oh, tell her Jessica said hello too. My daughter loved her.
Aww.
yeah, she knows. She feels it. Like I don't feel any anger or resentment or anything like that. I don't feel any of that. She's just free. But she likes. Yeah.
Is she earthbound or is she just visiting?
She's visiting. She just wants to pop on and say hi.
Okay.
Good. That makes me.
That's so cute.
And animals. Why am I afraid of all animals?
That's a good question.
My whole life.
Yeah, I'm feeling that from this part here. Where I saw all the trauma happen to you.
Yeah.
It's not this life, it's past life stuff.
Yeah, because yeah.
Is there anything specific that comes up from those past lives?
Yeah, I'm seeing that this space where I think that was the reason why I saw the one with you in the jungle or something like that, or a foresty like thing where you were in nature and you had to face a lot of these animals. So it did bring up fear. Yeah. There's nothing else really, but this past life is coming forward.
So what specifically happened in that life to cause the fear?
I think, hold on a second. You said that's coming up in this life?
The fear of the animals. What happened in the jungle life that caused the fear?
Oh, it was just being surrounded by these, out of territory and not being connected. I'm feeling like there's, again, it seems like a parallel here, like how you have that disconnect. There's a disconnect with you here, so you weren't able to connect with these animals. And so you felt separate from them. And therefore, it's causing that dynamic of that they are out to get you or attack you.
Okay, so it's the disconnection from them that was causing the fear.
Yes.
Okay. Is that something her higher self can help her clear today?
Yes, we are ready to remove whatever she needs.
Okay.
They're just placing their hands on you to give you that acceptance, to not give you that body trigger. So the body trigger also is going to take some time, and for you also to mentally and consciously remind yourself that these animals are not going to harm you. When your energy comes down, they're going to come and meet you there. Because if you are in fear, that is going to spark their fear because they're only meeting you at the level that you're meeting them.
So how can she learn to better connect with animals?
To just understand that they're just exactly like her. There's no difference. It's like they are sentient. They're beings that just are full of love and to recognize that in them. I mean, it's not to say like go out and buy a dog right now, but I mean like to be able to just be open to it. Not all animals are bad, you know, like to have that mindset in the subconscious that they're out to get you, or there's something, or they're dirty, or whatever it is. It's like that's a completely human thing to think. So to just like open yourself up.
I think I get that from my mother, the germophobia.
Yeah.
She was this strange person. By the way, her father died when my mom was pregnant for me. I thought maybe that might have something to do with something. I don't know.
Her father, your mom's father, died?
Yes.
When she was pregnant with you?
Right. Mm-hmm. She only gained like 12 pounds through her whole pregnancy because she was just so... He just dropped dead at my dad's sister's wedding, dancing with her.
Oh, wow. That's wild.
Wow.
Huh. Does anything come up for her?
For that.
So she must have been very distressed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, that makes sense about why the fog had come up already, because it had awakened the distress that she had felt had been passed on to you, and so that awakened the distress in you, and therefore that's why all the memories that had popped up kind of gave that boost.
Yeah, maybe that's why I'm an empath. I don't know.
But yeah, totally resilient. I see your resilience. It's amazing.
And then becoming diabetic at age 10, I think my mom is the one that told me that I probably wouldn't live very long. So I'd get up in the middle of the night and just cry and cry in the bathroom. And I never made plans for myself. I'll be dead before high school was over with. And so when I lived, I'm like, now what?
That's coming together with your lack of sleep.
How does that?
It's replaying like that trauma. Waking up at night. It's that fear, or yeah, there's a fear that's being sparked there inside that's replaying itself as well.
And she left. I was getting last rites, and it was time for her to go to bed, so she left when the priest was there. And I never even thought of that until just like when I had my own child, and how I could never ever leave her.
Wow.
She was having last rites.
So you were very, very sick then?
Yes, they didn't, I mean, way back then, the doctors, you know, they don't know what they know today.
Right.
And my dad said that he thought the woman that came to take care of me was like an angel or something.
Maybe she was.
I know, maybe she was.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how many times I think my life has been saved by angels. I can wake up with the blood sugar almost incompatible with life. But I've always woken up. And so many other diabetics, you know, they just die in their sleep. Especially I live alone now.
Wow. You're definitely very powerful. And you're definitely very protected.
Yes, absolutely.
You are.
Do I have a galactic gatekeeper from another, I don't know, place?
Yeah, the first name that came up was the Andromedans.
So she has a connection to that star system.
Yeah. She's connected everywhere, but I mean, I feel this is like the last, the more recent one. So she's had some time there.
And so that time she had there was before she started incarnating on Earth?
No, this is kind of like in the in-between, like where she takes a little pause from coming into Earth.
Okay. So she goes there to like rest and recover.
Yeah, like a vacation spot. You know, after you do your lives between lives, it's just like, okay, I'm gonna go hang out here for a bit. And then when you're ready, you go back and counsel with your guides, and then you decide where you want to incarnate and what you want to learn.
Have you ever?
When will I be done incarnating?
That's really up to you.
When I was going through my divorce, I just cried, and I'm never coming back here. It's just too hard. I'm not coming back.
It is so hard.
It is very difficult.
Earth is so hard. It's so hard, but it also offers us the most soul growth, you know, because it is so hard. So we can do here on Earth what we do in a lifetime, you know, so much faster than we could anywhere else with the expansion and growth that we experience here. Yeah. I know. Yeah. I feel you, girl. I feel you.
It was after my divorce when, out of the blue, I just, in my mind, forgave my husband. And I realized I would not be who I am. He was a narcissist. And I believed everything he said about me. And then when my parents had to take care of me. I was just like, couldn't take care of myself when that happened. And when I got here to be by myself, that's when everything started to get clear. And I'm like, I wouldn't be who I am and know all this if I didn't go through this. And I forgive you and I thank you. And then right away, I became effortlessly a vegan. I got my insulin pump. I mean, the only thing that was the same about me was my name. I got a job that was I was a nurse and for a lot of years. And then everything just started to get like easier. So I had more time to like watch YouTubes and get more into this stuff. I've only been doing this for maybe 3 years.
Oh, wow.
I know. And I was like really 3D.
Don't worry, we us too.
Yeah.
3 years ago. And
Yeah.
now I'm like, I can't believe the change in me.
What it feels like is that you completed your contracts. You're like all the stuff that all the karma that you came in with. And then it was like a fresh new start. And so things accelerated. That's exactly what happened for me too. We were both in relationships with narcissists who really, that was a huge lesson. And so we had to also find the forgiveness, you know, and realize that was what kind of catapulted us onto this path, because we wouldn't have learned any of the things.
I was interested before. I mean, when my kids were little kids, I was into Reiki and I took some classes, and my husband just, this is a waste of money and I need you to work. And I finally had the time to go back to where I was way back, you know, like all those years ago. I was married for 24 years.
Wow. Yeah, they do. They you know, they beat you down, they disempower you, they gaslight you, you know, they make you question your own reality. So then you lose trust in yourself, and then you don't know what to trust anymore. And so the journey is in really learning to love the self and finding that trust and empowerment in self now.
And I'm wondering about like a soul partner. Will I ever get to know what true love is?
Anything come up, Kara?
Yes, I feel like there's a potential because like you're on your pathway to coming, you know, into a relationship with yourself. So you know, by developing that strong relationship with yourself, you're going to learn what your standards are of what you're going to accept next time. So in that, when you're ready and open, you're going to attract a partner who will mirror that in you.
Beautiful. Okay, so let's finish out this protocol. We checked for earthbounds. Any negative past life contracts?
No.
Okay. Any negative self-created thought forms?
Yeah, there's there again, all relative to what's been happening, with whatever's been attached to her, but yeah, the beating herself up, the doubt, no confidence, there's something wrong with her. So we're going to remove these because she doesn't need them. I think just this session alone will be able to, like, when she re-listens to it, also as many times as she needs, for her to have that information settle deeply within her, that she like, everything that has happened to her was because of things that were affecting her and manipulating her to be a certain way, to act and think a certain way too. So now she can take her power back and have her thoughts, but to be aware of these thoughts, to know, like, to catch them, to know that they are not always true. So we can also rewire this brain of hers just to give her that more clear pathways of thinking. And again, I'm seeing that word confidence. Give her some confidence in herself. And yeah, so we're just removing these thoughts, sending more loving thoughts, more patience for her process. Because I feel like that excitement inside, the higher self is really excited now to be able to come in and express. So there's just been that part of her that's always been wanting to express this authenticity. And so now's the time. So it's really just excited. And it's just like I'm saying, hold on, calm down. Now we're just trying to ease her into it, and it'll come naturally. Everything will come naturally.
Very good.
I'd be able to have dreams. I only maybe have less than a handful of dreams a year.
Yes, I feel like this whole process, it's just because of everything that has been in the way, will give you that time. Again, it comes into surrender and trusting the process. So when you come into that and understanding and taking ownership of yourself now, and going on that path of where your passion and love lies, you're going to settle into that peace. And so when you settle into that peace, then you'll be able to allow your flow to come naturally. So the dream state even will come naturally. There's nothing in the way holding you back.
Yeah, and pay attention to the next few days, several days, because your crown's open. So a lot of people will have more vivid dreams, get more insights. Just notice the signs and synchronicities and stuff like that flow toward you in the coming days.
Yeah, take a journal of it.
Yeah, journal it. That's a good idea. Okay, so last question, checking for any dissociated subpersonalities, which are aspects of the self that split off from the whole when a trauma occurs. And a trauma can be anything that overwhelms the brain.
Yeah, I'm sensing the distress when she in utero, so that's one. 8, 10, 15, 23. 38, 47, 56.
Okay. That's good. Okay.
Yes.
So just scanning these subpersonalities for any attachments, making sure they're clear.
Yes, they are clear.
Okay. Are they ready to be reintegrated?
Yes, we are going to send healing to these parts. So I have Mother Mary here to take care of the little ones, and we're just sending healing and giving them that space that they are seen.
Okay.
They're all coming together and they are ready to integrate now. That is done.
Very good. Okay, so just to recap real briefly, we saw that Anne had this foggy type cloudy thing consisting of memories that she brought in from other lives that was actually activated while she was in the wound because of her mother's fear and distress, and that kind of opened that channel for these memories to come in and clog her outer etheric field. She did also have some level 1s and 2s in the outer etheric. And we did see a queen guide who stepped forward. Also, she did have a level 2 and 2 level 1s attached to her that Archangel Michael took to the light. These were causing stagnant energies and feelings of doubt. So it was suggested to really trust that you know what you're doing, you know what your body needs. These DFEs were also influencing the sleep, as well as that trauma that we saw from when your mother left you as you were getting your last ride. So the DFEs, the trauma is what attracted them, and then they were feeding into that loop and the feelings of abandonment. So that was all cleared out as well. There was a distant curse and did some old witchcraft just from all the old lives, old negative cords from, old karmic relationships. So those were all cleared. The crown was really infringed upon as well because they were trying to disconnect you. And the third eye as well, distorting your vision. The heart was a little bit closed off. That was opened up. Solar plexus, instilling more confidence, coming into full acceptance and surrender. And the chakras were all opened and cleared, and you are fully aligned now. There was a portal at the solar plexus that was closed and sealed. This was also affecting your organs and your health. There was also one under your feet, just like keeping you disconnected from the earth, not allowing you to fully connect. There was some dense energy in the home, some slow and stagnant energy that was contributing to those feelings of not being productive. That was all cleared out. Your gatekeepers were called in, and we saw these little dragons come forward. So you can call on them anytime you need them for protection. And we did see a 68-year-old woman who was attached, kind of unsure who that woman was, but she was very friendly and offered encouraging words for your journey forward. She came when you were having a period of loneliness and wanted a friend. We also saw Belle step forward to say hello, and examined your fear of animals and where that comes from. No negative past life contracts. We saw that there were some negative thoughts. Those were cleared away and the brain was rewired. And we saw there were 8 dissociated subpersonalities from traumatic events that were all healed and reintegrated into the whole by Mother Mary. So what do the guides say is Anne's point of vulnerability here, or the cause of these issues?
Her light is a point of vulnerability. When you're not in power, that is a vulnerability. So when you come into your power, it will be like your weapon of choice. So because of all the lifetimes and such things that were kind of in the way, and also being infringed upon by everything that had come in and, you know, pretty much occupied your space, had caused more. So because your light is so bright and, you know, you weren't aware of it, they come in and they take up your space. So now that it's all gone, you have the power now to come in and be who you are, whoever that is, whatever that you want to make of it. I am seeing like a very open white canvas that you can now paint and create whatever you want. You can make whoever you want to be who you want. You're free to do anything and everything that you want right now. So to just be happy, like now I feel this is the part of your life where you can express that and be happy. Go where you're loved, go where you're passionate about, follow your heart, get to know yourself, heal yourself. Know that you have the ability to do that. You are a queen. You are protected by these dragons that absolutely adore you. Yeah, I'm just seeing like just such a bright road ahead for you. And, you know, now you can have restful sleep. This is what the higher self is saying. Sleep now. You can. And to take care of yourself, put yourself first. Now is the time for you to come in because you've spent a lot of your time serving others. As now it's time for you to come into this second chapter of your life to take care of you. You are the priority. And to just enjoy it and just, yeah, I'm seeing that celebration. Just enjoy your life now.
Beautiful. So how does she stay clear moving forward? What does she need to do to stay clear?
To be self-aware of the energies around her, to know that, like, to, again, like when thoughts come in and you feel like you're spiraling in those thoughts, to be able to take a step back and to ask yourself if that is in fact something that is yours or that's happening or relevant to something that is currently happening presently. So again, every morning and every night to do the self-protection of yourself. So it doesn't have to be an extravagant thing. You can just clearly state, I asked to have protection, like my protective bubble around me, invisibility cloak on my outer etheric, my inner etheric, my home, whatever you want to protect. If you need assistance in that, ask your gatekeepers to protect you, like circle, like so every time you walk, to have them circle around you so that they are always around you. Very playful with however you want to create this. So again, it's intention. Your intention alone is very powerful. So ask for that protection and continue to do that and to also come into that self-awareness. That is really key in knowing your energy, knowing your thoughts, and knowing what's going on around you so you can assess yourself that way.
And even more important than asking for it is knowing that you can create it. And knowing that your creations, like whatever you create, is real. And that's something humans really need to start to understand, that when you visualize yourself surrounded in that bubble, that's real. That's a real bubble. And that's going to keep out anything negative as long as you put your intention into that. So, okay. So something I wanted just to touch on real quick. We did answer most of your questions. Anne says she feels connected to Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene, and since they're always around, I thought maybe we could ask either one or both of them if they are guides for Anne or if they come around often.
And what they see me doing for my work, like that holographic realignment, if it's not that, then maybe what is it? And how do I head towards that would be.
They're asking you, how do you feel about it?
Very excited. I really want to do it, but I have no idea how to.
You will align with it. The information will come to you. So don't just put it out there. The information will come to you. So because you're so excited about it, that is something that is going to attract back to you. So that knowledge and information is going to come back.
Thank you.
Yeah. And yes, your guides, anything that the feminine energy in today's world is really powerful. So most of our guides are of the divine feminine. So these two are the embodiment of the divine feminine.
Beautiful. So I also wanted to ask about the numbness and pain in her right hand.
Yes. This is again the body communicating with you. So it's manifesting in these types of things. So it's just to get your attention, to be like, hey, look at me. Like, we need to work together now.
Okay. So it wants her to do what? Like go inside and speak with it?
Well, speak with it to again develop that relationship. So again, it's like instead of thinking your body's working against you, to change the perception of your body's working for you. And so it will want to work for you.
Any insight on what that right hand and finger is showing her? The numbness?
Yeah, it's showing like that a symbology of, you know, your right hand, like, yeah, your body is like your like another strong weapon for you. So it's like part of your, like your right hand man. It's like trying to get your attention.
Okay. Okay. Are there any final messages from the higher self, or are we complete today?
Well, the queen has her little wand. Well, her little wand, it's a big one. And she's just kind of going across, and I'm just seeing like these beautiful sparkles of light just coming over you. So it's like, come home now. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
I do see sparkles all the time, and I thought, well, is that all I see? Sparkles? Now I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I see, orbs too, violet orbs.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording.